The opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.
Coming up on the Drumbeat, we take a look at students' Christmas wishes list on Drumbeat on the Street. Later, we take a look at graduation, plus a look at how our soccer teams fared in the NJCAA Championships. The Drumbeat starts right now.
Broadcasting live from Studio 1108 in Jenkins Hall on the campus of Tyler Junior College. This is the Drumbeat, bringing you the latest from students like us.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Drumbeat for our last newscast for the fall semester. I'm Justin Walters. Our top story starting off, Christmas is coming up fast, and this time of gift giving and holiday cheer, our reporter Santiago Nunez tells us what TJC students want in this holiday edition of Drumbeat on the Street.
Good afternoon. My name is Santiago Nunez, and on today's episode of Drumbeat on the Street, we'll be asking people what they want for Christmas.
I need some new James Avery rings, so I would like that, and some boots.
I just want to spend time with my family, not really like a gift or anything, just quality family time.
I really want to go see my sister in Hawaii. I really want a plane ticket because she left a few months ago, and I really want to go visit. But besides that, another cat maybe. I really want cats.
For me, I just want to spend time with my close friends and family. I'm big on just spending time with family and with your loved ones, not so much on like the giving gifts and receiving.
I'd like Christmas to have a girlfriend actually, have Christmas things somewhere. So we can wear pajamas, a couple of stuff. That's what I want for Christmas.
Graduation for the fall semester is approaching quickly. TJC will be holding a graduation ceremony starting at 9 a.m. on December the 17th. The ceremony will take place in the Wagstaff Gymnasium with 4 ceremonies pertaining to the 4 areas of study TJC offers. Safe distancing for this ceremony is heavily considered as there is a limit to 6 guests per graduate. The event will be live streamed to allow people who are unable to attend to watch the ceremony and support their loved ones. TJC will be offering free caps and gowns to the graduating students. Several events such as a victory lap and cap decorating event will make this ceremony all the more special for TJC students. With finals week approaching, students are incredibly busy. For our second special edition of Drumbeat on the Street, Broadcast News Director Christian Quarles asks students how they're preparing for finals.
Students are getting ready for finals week in many different ways. Here's what some students have to say about their preparations.
I haven't prepared a lot. I've been procrastinating a lot. I still have to take like 2 more tests before my finals even start.
I'm using Quizlet, all the study cards that are on there for my class.
For finals week, I've definitely made sure to cut out a lot of extra time for myself just to give myself space to study and also, work and worry about all my other classes as well.
Well, me and a friend have been trying to study, but we don't really make any progress, but we're trying. We kind of get distracted and start doing other things.
Right now I'm finishing up on all my assignments and studying for what I need to, trying to get everything in there.
Cramming like crazy, honestly. I'm living off energy drinks and broken dreams right now.
Well, mostly studying, going on Quizlet, finding studying groups, that type of thing.
This has been Drumbeat on the Street. I'm Christian Quarles with thedrumbeat.com.
Coming up after the break, our news director Christian Quarles sits down with Amber James, one of the success coaches for Trio. Stay with us. You're watching the Drumbeat.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night-night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
During high school, I hung with the wrong crowd and I never graduated.
I helped Santiago in many different ways, like all fathers do, because he always wanted to go to college.
I felt a little embarrassed to come back to school, but eventually, once I came here, I knew that it's for a bigger goal.
He was very dedicated, hardworking. He connected with his teachers, he connected with other students. That was one of the key reasons why he was able to keep forging ahead.
It was amazing to see him graduate. This was one thing that meant so much to him, and of course, it meant so much to us too.
With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed. That support is everything.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to the Drumbeat. Today, I have with me Amber James, the success coach for the TRIO program. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful, Christian. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, no problem. All right, what is the overall purpose of the TRIO program?
So we have two different grants at TJC. With TRIO, we have Student Support Services and Educational Opportunity Center. So I work for SSS, and our whole goal is to make sure that students have all the resources and support to be successful here at TJC and then also transfer to a university.
Ah, I see. That sounds very beneficial. That sounds like a lot of work. How did you become a success coach for TJC?
It's a funny story. I was actually helping a family friend. She had just graduated and just wanted to make sure that her whole transition from high school to TJC was going to be good to get all of her paperwork and documentation in place. So we had one question and we went from building to building to building and couldn't get anybody to quite answer it. And so I found a resource officer and I said, I know you can't answer this question, but can you just direct me to somebody who can? So she said, go upstairs and talk to Brad on the 3rd floor. So I go upstairs, I talk to Brad, and I see TRIO in the background. And I just asked him, what is TRIO? What does it mean? And so he explains the program. And the girl that I was with was like, you need to be here. And I just kind of, looked at her like, I know I should be here. So I just jokingly said, this sounds like a great program. Do you have any job openings? And he said, I'm actually putting out something on Monday. And 5 years later, here I am.
So basically, a joke turned into a full-fledged career.
Yes, it was success, which goes with my title, I guess.
Very interesting. How exactly does TRIO help the students on campus?
So we have a lot of different resources. We only have 200 students, so it's a nice, close-knit family group. We do offer free printing in color and black and white. We have our own computer lab. We offer tutoring just for our students, and then additional 6 hours of tutoring a week in the library. We do workshops so that way students don't feel isolated and can get together and collaborate on different things. And then we also do campus visits about once a month, so that way students can see any possibilities where they might want to transfer.
Ah, that sounds very beneficial to the student body here at TJC. What would you say the success rate of the students in the program is?
It's really good. Considering a lot of students come through a lot of tough obstacles, they're doing great and thriving. Our retention rates are roughly in the 80–85% range, and our graduation rates are fairly high as well.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Sounds like the students in the program are getting exactly what they need.
Absolutely.
For the people who are considering the TRIO program, what would you say to them?
Apply, please apply. We have a lot of resources for first generation, low income, students with disabilities. You do not have to go through this whole collegiate process by yourself. So you have not only other students that are in similar situations, but you have a supportive staff as well. So you can come to the 3rd floor of Rogers Student Center to get an application. Most people don't know there's a 3rd floor. We're right across from Honors. And then you can also go to the TJC website and go to the TRIO page and apply there.
Sounds very beneficial to our student body. Once again, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
All right, when we come back, we will see how the men's and women's soccer teams did in this tournament. Stay with us.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Baby, you see, you're so
why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back to the Drumbeat. I'm Colton Hollis with the Rundown in Sports. The men's soccer team played in the Division I National Junior College Athletic Association Championship Tournament starting on November 15th and ending on November 20th. The Apaches made it out of the first round of round-robin play with wins over Iowa Lakes and Western Texas with no losses. However, they lost in the semifinals to the eventual champions Iowa Western. The women's soccer team traveled to Daytona Beach for their championship tournament, which transpired over the same time period as the men's. They played Motlow State and Monroe College, defeating both of them in first-round action. Afterwards, they triumphed over Salt Lake. The team made a valiant effort advancing to the finals before they ultimately fell short against Eastern Florida State. Our volleyball team traveled up to Hutchinson, Kansas over the days of November 18th, 19th, and 20th. They first faced off with New Mexico Military Institute, where the team lost 3-0. They then faced off with Jefferson College of Missouri in an exhibition game. The game ended with an Apache loss with a final score of 3-1. To end off our sports coverage, the Apache football team was in their first bowl game since 2013. The name of the bowl was the Heart of Texas Bowl and was held in Commerce, Texas. They faced off against number 11 ranked Coffeyville Community College. The Apaches went on to win the game 28-7, with General Booty walking away as the game's MVP after throwing for almost 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. When we come back, our news director Christian Quarles interviews a member of Phi Rho Pi. Stay with us.
I feel like her heartbeat is like same speed as mine. And I think we have this like deep connection, this heart connection in her heart, that there's room for me and mom. When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer. It's a sensory thing. It's a thing with Asperger's.
She's really good with Anya. I've seen adults react to my daughter when she has meltdowns, like she's from a different planet. And this little animal just sat next to my child and was just like, you know, it's gonna be cool. She's my superhero. Good job, kitty cat. When we adopted Lucky, we discovered all the wonderful things that make her unique.
Lucky's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly she's pure love.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
Welcome back to the Drumbeat. I have with me Joseph Ritter, co-captain of Phi Rho Pi. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. All right, now what is your role in Phi Rho Pi? What does that entail?
So as a co-captain, I am responsible for helping to lead warm-ups on the mornings that we have tournaments and also helping to schedule any meetings or events that we might have within the organization.
Ah, that sounds like a lot of responsibilities that you have.
It is.
Now, what are your members like in this organization?
All of our members really are very warm and inviting and just genuinely really great people. It allows us to have a really tight bond, family-like bond within our team.
Ah, that sounds wonderful. Now, what made you want to be a part of this organization?
So I actually did speech and debate in high school. The theater director took over the speech side of it, the team. When I was a junior, she tried to talk me into doing it then, but I rejected her, wanting to focus on classes and theater. But I went into it my senior year, and I just fell head over heels in love with it. And so when I came to TJC and heard about the team and the legacy of it, I knew that that was something I would want to contribute towards.
Ah, so something you originally did not have any interest in led you to something that you didn't have something interested in.
Yes.
That sounds very relatable to our audience. Now, what made you want to become co-captain?
So really just knowing how the captains were the year before. Phenomenal people, great leaders. So just thinking that maybe I'll be able to further add to our legacy through that way as a leadership role, I was all about it.
Ah, so what has been your favorite part about being a part of this organization?
My favorite part by far has definitely been creating the relationships with the teammates, but also really attending tournaments and being able to hear stories from people from all walks of life, and really just being able to further open my mind and my heart to them.
I see. Now, where can students on campus find you? This sounds like an organization that students should be aware of.
Yeah, so you can find us in the Wise Cultural Arts Building in the Speech and Theater offices. If you go through that door and you go to the end of that first hallway and make a left and go to the end of that hallway, on the right you'll see our head coach, Melissa Heineman's office.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
No problem. We will be right back after the break. Stay with us.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school.
Jessica has been through a lot in her life from early childhood.
My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She came in looking to complete her diploma. She had a family she had to take care of. Anytime she needed help, we provided her help. She realized that we were here for her.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
My graduation, it was something I will never forget. I couldn't explain the emotion I was feeling because people like you and me sometimes may have doubts in ourselves, but I feel that everything's possible.
Jessica's future is brighter than ever.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Kids!
I don't want to talk about it.
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 Families don't have to talk about everything, but they should talk about how to plan for an emergency.
Kids, you all right?
This family's prepared. Get tips and resources to make your family's emergency plan. Go to nyc.gov/readyny or call 311 for more information.
All right, before we go, I just want to say thank you for joining us today for our last broadcast of the semester. It's been an honor to be your news anchor for the Drumbeat. All I got to say left is stay tuned for next semester. Thank you and have a wonderful holiday season.
The opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.